Best of r/Tales from Tech Support episode 63. I'm a solutions architect, working for an MSP in London, specializing in infrastructure. Did the T1, 2, 3 help desk stuff previously and now we're here. Usually I shouldn't/wouldn't deal with end user issues. Anyhow, I build a variety of different systems for different businesses. Flavor of the moment is cloud and specifically Iris it seems. A lot of the time I present to executive level and attend board meetings as they spend the money. From what I can tell they like and trust me, so I tend to speak to end users like they work for me but not disrespectfully. So anyway, this company was moved to the cloud a few months back and my engineers are having hell with some old bat at some finance firm working on Sage. Sage release updates to the data service and application which need applying every so often. Some users have access to do this specific function in this environment as they have a complicated support contract with us and Sage. So this woman had decided to run a Sage server update during BOW and had basically locked out the database connection, causing everyone's Sage to crash, and she's going absolutely mental at the tier 2. I offer to take it off them as I know the C-suite very well, but I don't know her. Anyway, she starts berating me because I told her that this isn't likely to come back and I'm going to have to kill her Sage application. She goes mental that she's been typing this shit into here all day and it's going to be lost and it'll be my fault. She'll report me to her manager. I can still scroll on the screen and see that basically she's done fuck all other than waste time and enter about 20 rows of data with about 5 columns in. So I screenshot the entries she's done. My resolution. I say this in a calm but obviously focused tone to get my point across. We call it reading between the lines in the UK. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I've screenshotted the entry as you typed in. I'm going to force close Sage. Then I'm going to reopen it and I reckon it'll take me 5 minutes to re-enter these for you. I'll paste the screenshot into an email and send to you and CC CFO in here so he's aware of what's occurred, as we don't want to lose your day's work and get in trouble. As soon as she realized not only is her fuck up going to be exposed but her day's work would be also, her tone instantly changed to that of, "Oh, don't you worry about this, dear. I'll just have to deal with it. Hope you have a good day." The tier 2 was looking at me with a big grin. He closes the ticket. Gold star. Ha, thank you. Next. Hello everyone. I work as tech support for one of the major Croatian ISPs. Most of the time I'm taking incoming calls or dealing with outgoing ones. Today, I was answering mails sent to our help desk related to web hosting. This usually comes as a much needed break from the phone. I spent 2 hours going back and forth with a customer who didn't how to locally save a bounce message and send it as an attachment. He's the CEO of his company, can handle his own tech support but cannot save a message. At this point, I had given up hope for humanity. Alas. Another mail came in and it was about not being able to create a subdomain. I created it just fine, so I sent him an email asking for more detail. What was he doing? Which error was he seeing? I expected something along the lines of "I do it regularly, like any other," with no specification whatsoever, because apparently reading comprehension is a fairy tale. Not even 10 minutes later, this dude sends a full-blown HD video with him marking every step I was in. Or he just needed to add the subdomain to the DNS zone, which I told him. To which he replies with a thank you note. It's the little things that make your day when you work in a call center. Thank you. Next. We get a ticket from one huge company that use our server product, saying, "We cannot log into server." We ask them to test various things. Try LDAP user. Try local user. Try administrator, which is the root user that come with the server installation. All fail. We suggest a remote session for us to snoop into the customer environment, and first thing we ask them is to actually show us the process of them reproducing the issue, i.e. try to log in and fail. Customer share their screen and browse to server login page. Type in administrator. Type what seemed to be the password. We do not see it, and indeed, a red message pop and say authentication failed. We ask the customer to do the same again, but this time something clicked. Me. Hold on please. Before you press submit, what is that user? Customer. Administrator. Me. What are these 2 dots over the O? Customer. EHH. I'm on German keyboard. Me. Okay, let's try that again, this time with English keyboard. Customer. Sorry for that. Edit. Bit of wording. Thank you. Next. I was recently reminded of a strange wrong number call I had years ago. I previously worked for a third-party software support company. We were pretty versatile. Anything from cleaning up OS files, XKVBA macros, Lotus Notes support, registry cleans, etc. In most cases, anything not specifically related to on-house network privileges we could do. Slight background. Some clients wouldn't allow us today. We were third party, mostly to placate employees who were against outsourcing to other countries even though we were all US-based. All of our support numbers were only known by employees of said clients. For privacy, let's call this specific client Babies B. We. Partius, me. Confused customer /CC, me. Thank you for calling Babies B. We support desk. Can I have your name or express code please? CC, yes, I just bought a cradle and I would like to return it. Me, I'm sorry, what? This is the employee helpline for Babies B. We. CC, well, I just want to know how I can't get my refund. Are you not the support for Babies B. We? Me, this is a private number for the support of employees of Babies B. We only provide tech support for employees. If you need help for returns or exchanges, you would need to either contact the store you bought it from or corporate. CC, oh, okay. Click. I still have no clue how she got our number. None of our support agents would have given it to her, so I assume she has a friend who worked at a store that directed her to us. As I said, our number was only known by client employees, so I can't think of any other reason. Thank you. Next. New to the sub. Good day everyone. You know how it is. Some people are just not nice. I've been supporting construction account software for going on 24 years and have heard it all. Talk to super nice people as well as extremely rude people that treat support techs like dog crap stuck to the bottom of their shoe. So about 30 minutes ago I started helping a customer with what turned out to be a self-inflicted problem due to their lack of using their brain, which resulted in a pretty big mess in payroll. Of course she was blaming it on recently installed updates, which was not the case, which made it even more satisfying when I proved that it was user error. Anyway, from the very beginning of the call she just wasn't nice at all. I said good morning and she said it'll be good when you fix this. I'm pretty sure my eye roll broke the sound barrier. LOL. So I am asking some questions, trying to get as much information from her as I can in order to make sure I understand the full scope of the issue and come up with a plan to resolve it. I get to my third question, to which her reply was very loud. Why are you asking so many questions? Just fix IT already. Of course my reply was calm and measured. I apologize for the questions. Even though they might not seem relevant to you, I assure you it is important, so I make sure we take appropriate action to resolve the issue in the proper manner, especially being we are working on a payroll problem. She answered the questions from that point, but with a very irritated, condescending tone and a lot of huffing and puffing each time. Nice way to start off my day. LOL. Thank you. Next. I posted this as a comment, but seeing the responses I figure might as well make a post of it. English is not my first language, so corrections are appreciated. So back in my days as IT, the company was going to change our password policy, and we also had our own system for entering the local network. My boss at the time told me to write the instructions on how to set the new password and the new policy, as well as how to enter the system with their employee account. Simple enough, right? Wrote everything down and presented it to him. He gave it a quick read and said that it was too complicated. Think that you are trying to teach it to a child and do it again. So I do that, write everything down, every click, every window, describe the password and policy with examples and all that, and present it again. After another read he asks if I can include pictures. By this point I am making a pamphlet on how to change a password and enter a system. Literally it was just click on X and enter username and password, but it was done. Save it, send it in a company-wide email. On that very same day, we got people asking how to do it. No matter how much you describe the process, either the user refuses to read the instructions or they just didn't care. Thank you. Next. Obligatory first post stuff, etc. Asterisk. Not as wild as some other stories here, but I still don't understand that man. So, $me used to work at $company where I was a student worker on SD. The way it worked is, the $company promised 24/7 support. and maintenance, but at night only employed students to pick up the phone. We were cheaper, duh. We had other tasks too, but those don't really matter in this story. We also had a contract with another company, insurance company. They had agents who IDK exactly what they did, but they negotiated with clients and used some system to, well, to sell insurances, who also promised 24/7 support, except outside work hours their calls were redirected to a phone in our office, where we were instructed to pick it up and tell the caller that random filler text about not having technician available, but we'll write a ticket for them, and they'll look at it ASAP, and that was it. We all knew that technician will be available only at 8 o'clock next weekday, but we couldn't tell this to the customer. Now, this out of the way, this is a Saturday morning, around 6 o'clock, me laying in the chair minding my own business, when the another company phone rings, and the act begins. Me, hello, this is me, service desk. Insurance dude, hello, this is ID, and the system doesn't work. Me, could you elaborate please? We have no technician available at the moment, but I can write a ticket for you so that when one does become available, they can start working immediately. ID, click. Not a minute, and the phone rings. Me, hello, this is me, service desk. ID, hello, this is ID, and the system doesn't work. Me, it's me again, we have no technician available at the moment, but I can write a ticket for you so that when one does become available, they can start working immediately. ID, look, I know that there is a technician sitting next to you, this is important, the system doesn't work. Me, sir, I can assure you, there is no technician next to me. I'm not an employee of another company, we just handle the calls when there is no technician available. ID, size, okay, look, the system doesn't work. Me, pulls up the ticketing system for AC, which system are we talking about? ID, obviously panicked voice, the system, IT doesn't work. Me, yes, but, can you tell me the name of the system so I can write it down? AC is a huge company, they had many branches, I knew that the system could refer to, well, too many things. ID, starts the monologue, look, I started the meeting with the client at a pre-booked date /yes, Saturday 6 in the morning / we sit down, I try to sell them an insurance, and the system doesn't work, I can't sell them this way. Do you know how embarrassing it is? I'm here with the client and can't get into the system. Me, sir, I understand your frustration, but if you tell me which system has this problem, I can write a ticket for the technicians. ID, without acknowledging that I exist, and I am one of the best insurance agents in the country and can't log into the system? What does the client think about me now? This is a joke. We had to rebook. Do you understand? Me tried to say something, but not today. ID continues. His voice starts to tremble. And you know what? You know what I'll do after this? I'll put the phone down, go home, sit down and cry. I'll cry because this is unreal. His voice made me believe he'll do just as he said. The next 15 minutes were him, well, basically using every possible permutation of the above 3 monologues with me, sometimes trying to say something, sometimes just to numb while his voice is on the verge of crying, when finally, ID got bored of his act, and asked me again if there is an available technician. Me, not likely, no. ID, but when they come, sniff, they'll listen to the missed calls, won't they? Me, not likely, I'm here to write the ticket for them so they'll just read that and start to work. Upon hearing this, the guy instantly changes back into the businessman voice. He tells me the exact problem in 2 sentences, and puts the phone down. I was just sitting there, looking at my monitor, then started laughing.